everyone, Lee Martin here from SportsbookReview.com to present you my top UFC picks for UFC 258, Kamaru Usman vs. Gilbert Burns. This is a beautifully stacked card with many fights containing value, so let me share with you my most valued picks for February 13th. Before I get into my breakdowns and picks, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel so you never miss any content. Now let's check out what fighters I'm loving for this fight weekend. For my first pick of the week, I have the UFC middleweight matchup between Kelvin Gastelum and Heinisch. Both of these fighters hold a significant name in the UFC. If you mention their name to an MMA fan, chances of them knowing who they are pretty high. Kelvin Gastelum is an American mixed martial artist who is currently ranked number 9 in the UFC middleweight division. Gaslim has a great background. He fought in the Ultimate Fighter in 2013 and defeated Uriah Hall in the finals, becoming the youngest winner in the history of the show. He then signed to the UFC after his Ultimate Fighter win and has fought against many powerful fighters, and Ronaldo Souza, Israel Adesanya, and more. Heinich, on the other hand, is also an American mixed martial artist. He competed in the World Series of Fighting and the Legacy Fighting Alliance, where he is the former interim middleweight champion. Heinich is currently ranked number 15 in the UFC middleweight division. Gaslim is currently running 2-3 in his last 5 fights, with his last 3 being losses to Israel Adesanya, Darren Till, and Jack Hermanson. He has a total of 6 losses, 2 via submission and 4 via decision. Heinisch is 3-2 in his last 5 fights, with his losses coming from Derek Brunson and Omari Akhmedov in 2019. His last competition was a TKO win against Gerald Meerschaert in 2020. All 3 of his losses consisted of 1 submission and 2 decisions. Both of these fighters have never been knocked out, so they have proved their chin this far. For this fight, I don't believe there will be any stoppages. I'm predicting this fight will go the distance, so I'm taking Heinisch by points at plus 350 via BetOnline. Let's move on to my second pick of the week, where I'm breaking down the co-main event in the women's flyweight Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. This is a tough fight to predict, but I still see value lying on the dog. Macy Barber is an American mixed martial artist holding a record of 8 wins and 1 loss. She is 22 years old and is still growing in the MMA world, especially the UFC. Barber started fighting at a very young age and actually won her first professional fight at the age of 19 years old. She made her UFC debut in 2018, where she TKO'd Hannah Cifers in the 2nd round. Fast forward to 2019, and Barber fought Jillian Robertson, receiving a TKO win in round 1. Her first loss was recently in January 2020 against Roxanne Modafferi, where she got dominated the whole fight and lost via decision. Alexa Grasso is a Mexican mixed martial artist, currently ranked number 15 in the UFC women's flyweight division. Before signing with the UFC in 2016, Grasso fought for Invicta Fighting Championships, where she was highly successful. Both of these women are extremely skilled, mainly in their striking abilities. Currently, Grosso is the favorite in this fight with odds at minus 123 via BetOnline. However, when I looked deeper into these two fighters, I noticed Grosso fought in the strawweight division at 115 pounds and struggled against Tatiana Suarez and Carla Esparza. Barber, on the other hand, is 4-1 in her last 5 fights, with 4 of those wins all being via TKO. My only worries about Barber would be the recovery of her injured ACL, which she tore while fighting Modafferi. Both of these women have not been knocked out. Grasso has many decision appearances under her record, but I have to side with the dog in this matchup. So I'm taking Macy Barber to win at plus 103 and also Barber by points plus 350 via BetOnline. For my final pick for UFC 258, I have the main event in welterweight Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. Now, I know all my MMA fans have been waiting for this fight for a while. These two friends and teammates were supposed to fight each other 2 other times in the last year, but COVID-19 struck along with injuries, postponing the fight to this weekend. Kamaru Usman is a brilliant fighter. He's a Nigerian-American mixed martial artist and is currently the UFC welterweight champion. Usman made his first professional MMA debut in 2012, then made his way to the Ultimate Fighter in 2015. In the UFC, he has fought many top fighters in Damian Maia, Colby Covington, and recently Jorge Masvidal. Gilbert Burns is a Brazilian mixed martial artist, ranked number 1 in the UFC welterweight division. He is a well-rounded fighter that can fight a striking battle and can also take it to the ground, as he has 14 wins by finishes under his belt, 8 of those being via submission. Now, both of these top fighters are 5-0 in their last 5 bouts. Burns' last loss was in 2018 versus Dan Hooker, where he actually gained his first loss via knockout. Also, 4 out of his last 6 fights have gone the distance. Usman, on the other hand, had his last loss in 2013, where he lost via submission. He now has terrific submission defense, has a tough chin as he's never been knocked out, great cardio so you know he can keep pace, and 9 out of his last 11 fights have gone the distance. Both of these fighters have a chin, and since they're teammates, they know each other's weaknesses. This fight will go the distance, so I'm taking Kamaru Usman by points at +105 via BetOnline. That's all I have for my top UFC picks for UFC 258. If you'd like to check out what other picks I'm liking for this fight weekend, then be sure to check out my UFC 258 picks article at sbrpicks.com/UFC. There you will also be able to find more breakdowns and picks from all of SBR's fantastic UFC experts. Don't forget to also give this video a like and subscribe to our channel so you never miss any content. I wish you all the best of luck. I'll see you next time.